At a crowded downtown business conference, a tall black man in worn jeans, an old hoodie, and scuffed sneakers quietly walked into the luxurious hotel ballroom. No one paid him any attention, at least not the kind he deserved. Security gave him suspicious looks, and several company representatives whispered behind his back, assuming he was lost or didn't belong there. When he approached the front table to check in, the receptionist frowned. "Sir, this event is for corporate executives only," she said, her tone sharp. The man smiled calmly and replied, "I know. I'm here for the leadership summit." She scoffed and waved her hand dismissively. "The delivery entrance is around the back. We're not taking staff through the main door." Laughter rippled from a few nearby managers who overheard the exchange. And bothered, the man simply nodded and took a seat in the back of the hall. Throughout the morning, people continued to ignore or belittle him. When he asked a question during a presentation, one arrogant CEO sneered, "Maybe you should focus on cleaning tables instead of asking about profit margins." A few people chuckled, and the man said nothing, just smiled slightly and took notes. Later that day, the conference moderator announced an important guest speaker who would be delivering the keynote address. The room went silent when the same poor-looking man walked up to the podium. Gasps echoed across the ballroom as the moderator introduced him. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Marcus Allen, the founder and CEO of Allen Global Enterprises, the company that owns this very conference center." The faces of those who mocked him turned pale. Marcus smiled warmly and began his speech. "This morning, many people here judged me by my clothes, not my character. I dressed this way to remind us all of something we often forget, that success has no uniform. Respect should never depend on appearance." The crowd sat frozen in shame. The receptionist who had turned him away covered her face, while the CEOs who had mocked him stared at their shoes. When he finished, the audience erupted in applause. Marcus thanked everyone, but before leaving, he made one final announcement to those who showed kindness today. "My company is opening new partnership opportunities." As for those who didn't consider this a lesson in humility, the next day, his story went viral, inspiring millions worldwide. The very people who had humiliated him now begged for his respect. But Marcus didn't hold grudges. He simply smiled and said, "Never underestimate someone just because they don't look rich. True wealth is in how you treat others."